And they gonna come and holler at y'all, and get what the Crips do. The Crips, they hand them a knife, you know what I'm saying? They give them knives. So we sitting in the cell chilling, me and my pops, you know what I'm saying? I'm talking to Pop, Pop talking to me, we talking to each other, you know what I'm saying? We converse, we having a whole little conversation. We get a tap on the door. Ta, 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 ta. Hey, Joe T, man, I need to holler at you, bro. I need to holler at you. My daddy look at me. I said, I already know what time it is. I hit the door. When I hit the door, he come straight in with a sense of urgency. He stepped in, man, hey, Joe T, man, I don't know if you know what's going on. My dad said, stand up. He said, man, what's going on? What's up? He said, man, you know they done made a call, man. He said, well, what's going on, though? He said, man, you know them two dudes, man, that said they wanted to be the folk, you know what I'm saying? They turn around and they saying that they wanted to be Crips. He said, man, I sit down and talk to one of the dudes and, you know what I'm saying, this and that. They don't want to told folk them to basically, I bad man folk them, you know what I'm saying? And them folk them basically saying that they got to roll, they got to be pushed off the compound. He said, all right, what's going on, though? He said, they saying we got to go stick on bruh them. My daddy look at him, and I'm standing behind him. I'm looking at my daddy over his shoulder like, and you know what I'm saying? And so he proceeds to keep talking. And this is what the man say. This is where I get triggered at. He said, man, that's crazy. He said, man, I feel like the punishment. He said the consequences, he said the call that's being made. He said, I feel like that's too hard. He said, we could have easily went over there, you know what I'm saying, pushed on them, jumping. He said, man, brother them said they gotta be stuck on. So he said, man, that's crazy. He said, man, you don't. So soon as he say that, I said, excuse me real quick. My dad ain't even gotta say nothing. I said, bro, look, check this out. I said, what's so harsh about the call? He said, man, I don't understand why they gotta be stuck on. I said, but how many times you been in a position where you made a call that some of them brothers who you made the call to that had to go, that had to be TTG, felt like the call that you made was too harsh. He was like, man, bro, he was like, I was just doing what I had to do. You know what I'm saying? Because if you don't take care of the business, you gonna become the business. I said, what you ain't considering right now is whoever's sitting on the top spot right now. If he don't make the call and take care of the business, he'll become the business. I said, see, his brothers just like you, just like I told the guy before who made the call. Y'all sit in them positions and you really ain't TTG. You really ain't trained to go. What you do is you hide behind your position of authority. What you do, you just like people who come to the penitentiary, join religious organizations because you hide, because you scared. You just like the dudes who come in here and join organizations and gangs because you hiding and you scared. But then you finesse your way on up into a position where you ain't got a whole knife, you ain't got a whole literature, you ain't got to walk people to the shower, and you can be in the spot that you can make calls and tell people to go do this, tell people to go do that, and then the whole time you walk around here like you big bad Billy, but the whole time really you shaking. I said, now you in a position where they done called you out and called you to go do something that you would have made the same call, because if you was in that position and them two dudes did the same thing and there was three other brothers in here who did something that you did, same thing that you done did, and it came to you and you had to make that call, you would be making that exact same call. And get what? You wouldn't even be considerate. You wouldn't even be thinking and wondering, is the punishment too hard? Because you would just sit back in your seat and you would strike that off as another strike, another strike for your belt, as if you done did this and you done did that. You done made calls to get people hit. I said, now you sitting there here and you trying to figure out a way to wiggle your way out of it because you feeling like the punishment is too hard because you not TTG. I said, now did you ever think about that? He said, man, Lil Joe T, man, I can't even argue with that, bro. I can't even argue with that. I said, well, with that being said, what you gonna do? Because one thing for sure, two things for certain. If you don't go take care of the business gonna take care of you. And you already know that. You already know that. Man. Guess I ain't got no choice then, do it. You really don't. You really don't at all. Guess what? They made the call for it to go down the next day as soon as they called Big Yard. So when they call in Big Yard, when they call Big Yard in the penitentiary where we was at, you gotta wait at this gate. So they get ready to call Big Yard, right? So when they call it, everybody can go out. The two units outside, the doors is open. So at that point, if it depends on what officer is working, you can go in and out the unit. So as soon as they call the Big Yard, the call was they come out of the unit and they go straight into the other unit and they take care of the business. And when they come out, before they come out, they supposed to hand off the knives and just go on to the big yard. That way, there's a lot of people out here in the cameras. Hopefully, it don't look like they went in there, boom, boom, boom. It'll look like a bunch of nonsense, a bunch of moving is going on. They was hoping that you really can't be able to tell. So when they call big yard, get what? My window right, I'm sitting there, I'm looking. So they call big yard. I'm already knowing what's going on. The brothers, I see the two brothers, and then I'm looking for this other dude. He hanging low. You know what I'm saying? He hanging low. He walking, and then I see him flag them down like they moving too fast. Maybe because there wasn't a lot of people outside at the time. He waiting for it to get a little crowded. The other two brothers, they go straight into the building. They go straight into the building. What they understood was, if we don't go take care of it, we getting stabbed. So when they go into the building, he grabbed the door. Like he just finna hold the door for them to go in and come back out. He acting like he making sure they don't get locked inside the building. It's two doors in there. So they go in. When they go in, you see everybody start moving around. Everybody start moving out of the way. Get what? One of the doors secure. When the other door secure, guess what this man do? This man look at them like, and he closed, when he let the door go, the door go, it's heavy, it's secure. Boom. He walked off to the crowd. He's standing in the crowd. The police come running. They hit the gate. They run in. They go straight to the building. It wasn't within 2.5 minutes. They already canceling big yard, sending everybody back in. They got the brothers in handcuffs. And when the brothers come out in handcuffs, I don't know what they were saying because I'm watching from the window, but it looked like they talking crazy to him. This man literally walked his knock-kneed tail self back into the unit. When he walked back into the unit, you already know what time it is. Everybody already talking. All the affiliation talking. You think you was an embarrassment at first because you done sent them, because you done sit and talk and told them, bro, what's going on within the organization. Oh, you really look like an embarrassment now. You look like a whole coward in the penitentiary because you was once a dude who was running it. You was the dude who was up here. Now you the same dude who basically you could tell was scared, didn't want to go in there to take care of the business. You try to make it like, oh, well, I don't want brother them to get stuck in there. So you act like you securing the door. You know it's two doors. The other door done secured. They going to the big yard. You got a certain amount of time to make it out before the door's locked. You holding one door. You can't hold both of them. And then when you realize the police was coming, you move away and you step into the crowd as if you didn't want to get caught. You know what you were doing. You were scared. So guess what happened? They done made a call on him that quick. Bruh got to roll soon as them doors pop. So when listen, when the doors pop, he come right over here to holler at my daddy. He hey, Joe T, let me holler at you real quick. My daddy look at me, I'm looking at him, we looking at each other. My daddy said, I don't know what he coming over here for. I said, I don't know what he coming over here for neither, because they ain't got nothing to do with nothing. I said, don't worry about it, I got it. I popped the door. What's up, bro? Man, I need to holler at Joe T real quick, man. You man, you son. I said, look, check this out. I said, we had a conversation. Me and Pops are chilling. You already know folk and them watching, bro. Ain't no sense in you coming over here acting like you over here discussing GD business. Them folk done already made a call on you. Me and Pop retired. I ain't the folk no more. I was watching you at the window, bro. You should have went. You should have went into the building. At least you should have said. At least you could have said you went into the building. We all seen you, bro. You already know what time. And he said, "What you think I should do, Joe T?" I looked him dead in the face. I'm looking at him. He looking at me. We looking at each other. I said, "Check in." He said, "Man," I said, "the walk of shame. That's the only thing you got. It's either that or get stuck on." He said, "Man," he look around. "Hey, I appreciate that, bro. Do me a favor, bro." I said, "What's up?" He said, "Man, call my son for me." I said, "What you want me to call him and tell him?" He said, "Man, just tell him I love him, man. Tell him I'll call him when I get a chance, man. And tell his mama, you know what I'm saying, GB the reason." I said, "Huh?" He said, "Man, just tell her GB the reason." I said, "That was up, bro. I got you." He said, for real, Joe T, man. Call him for me." I said, "What you finna do?" "I'm finna go to PC." I said, "Man, I closed the door. I look at my daddy. My daddy looking at me. Me and my daddy looking at each other. My daddy said, "Ain't the first time I seen it happen." I said, "What?" But look, check this out. Don't never get involved in something, you know what I'm saying? Don't be involved with people who ain't willing to they'll put you in a position to do something that they don't even want to do. They'll send you out to do something that they don't have enough heart to do. It's people right now, I'm talking about this, the head of these organizations, head of these gangs, I promise you, they not TTG. They not what you think they are. You listen to these people's music, you listen to these people's lyrics, they talking about all of these bodies they got, they talking about all of this stuff they doing. Let me tell you something, them folks ain't got it in them. Them folks probably done read books, they done seen movies, and what they are is they very creative. They have a very vivid imagination, and they able to paint these pictures and make this stuff look a certain type of way. Well, really the truth of the matter is, they don't want to go to jail, they don't want to go to prison. They don't want to go to maximum security. Listen, they don't want to do this stuff. Do you know how much harder it takes to really do this stuff? Do you really know? Do you know how many times I hit licks with people and I had to have a conversation and I say, you know, it's easy to talk about it. I said, the real situation comes when we get on the opposite side of the door. I said, because when we kick the door, it's different. I said, but once we get on the other side of the door, you know what time it is. It's real. And get what? It's been plenty of times I done went on licks with people who wanted to go on licks with me. And when we kick the door and the door don't go in on the first run, on the first kick, get what they do? They take out running, because it's the idea. It's the idea of it that gas them up. But the realness, the reality of it, scam. Listen to me, it's the idea. It's just like in the music. It's the idea of having bodies. It's the idea of smoking and drinking and having women. It's the idea of being a robber. It's the idea in your head to make you, but the reality of it is a whole different ball game. Because it's the idea of having dope money. But the reality of going to feds or going to jail, being away from your family, being away from your friends, your freedom being, the reality of it, people don't want to deal with it. It's the idea versus the reality. Huh.